Hi, this is Cindy Finkenbinder with Alpha Omega Accounting, and today we are going to go over how to record a bounce check in your QuickBooks file. This is a check that has bounced from one of your clients. The first thing that we do is we go up to Lists and Item, and we're going to add two new items to our item list. These are both going to be other charges. The first one is going to be an NSF check. In our description, we're just going to put bounce check. We don't need to put an amount in there yet because we don't know how much they're going to bounce the check for. This is a non-taxable item. Now, one of the unique things about this particular item is that we want it to hit the checking account. We don't want it to hit an income or expense account. We want it to hit the checking account. The reason for that is because when we go to invoice the client for the check that bounced, we want to be able to also remove those funds from our checking account. And this will do that for us with one invoice instead of having to do this multiple times. Now the second one we need to enter is the NSF fee. Now this NSF fee can be a fixed amount. It can also be a percentage of the check. So we're going to put it as being $50 today, but remember that each state has its own regulations on how much you can charge for an NSF check. Now this is going to go into our miscellaneous income account, which is an other income. However, you can also put this in a category all by itself called either bounced check fees or NSF fees, one of those. And then we're going to click OK. So now those two are both in there. Now that we need to invoice our client for that check. So let's say that it was Natalie Chapman that had bounced a check to us. Remember, we're working in a sample company, so our check date is going to be 12/15/2013. However, make sure that you put that check number as being the date that the bank subtracted it from your checking account as being an NSF check that was returned. Now we want to change our terms to due on receipt because we don't want to give her extra time to get that money to us because she has already bounced the check. So we're going to put in the NSF check. Now I normally will put in here what the check number was. And that it was used to pay whichever invoice that was for. We're going to say that this was a $1,000 check that she had bounced to us, and then we put in the NSF fee. Notice both of those are non-taxable, so we're going to have this printed or we're going to email it to her. Preferably you're going to email it to her and then call her and make sure that she gets that money in there. Now in the 2010, we can also attach a copy of that check so that we can document that it was actually returned from her bank. Then we say save and close. We don't want her terms to change, so I'm going to click no. I'm going to close this. Now then, if we go to our check register, we will see that we have this check for $1,000 was taken out of our checking account because those funds are no longer available to us. Don't forget that you also will want to put in whatever the bank had charged you for it. Let's say it was a $25 fee. So I'm just going to put that under bank service charges and put NSF fee for Natalie Chapman's bounced check. Now remember that this is the fee that the bank charged you, the one that's on the item list that you used on the invoice, is the amount that you are going to charge your client for bouncing a check to you. So if we go to our company snapshot, you will notice that Natalie Chapman's the amount due is right here for $1,050, that she owes us that money. And it also is in here under people who owe us money. Right here. Remember, if you have any questions about how to do something in QuickBooks, please give us a call, drop us an email, follow us on Twitter or Facebook. You can also sign up for our newsletter, which comes out once a month, on our website at www.alphaomega-acct.biz. Have a great day.